Ladies and gentlemen, in the pursuit of success and fulfillment, there lies a fundamental truth. The most powerful force that shapes your destiny is your focus. Where you direct your attention, energy, and passion, that is where your life will grow. Too often we fall into the trap of comparing ourselves to others, envying their achievements, or worrying about their opinions. But here's the reality. When you fix your eyes on others, you lose sight of your own potential. The moment you shift your focus inward, you unlock a reservoir of strength that no one else can touch. Your mind becomes a fertile ground for ideas, your willpower a force of nature, and your actions deliberate steps toward your unique vision. Remember, every great accomplishment began as a thought nurtured by unwavering belief in one's own capability. Those who succeed are not the ones distracted by the noise of the world. They are the ones who have mastered the art of concentration on their own growth. You must ask yourself, are you living a life driven by your own aspirations, or are you constantly reacting to the paths others are walking? The path to true success is not paved by imitation or competition, but by the consistent, focused effort on becoming the best version of yourself. So, commit today to shutting out the distractions of comparison and doubt. Channel your energies toward your goals, develop your skills, and cultivate your mindset. Let your life be a testament to the power of self-focus, and watch as the world aligns to support your journey. Focus on yourself, not others, for when you do, you become unstoppable. Your focus shapes your reality in profound and often surprising ways. What you choose to direct your attention toward becomes the lens through which you experience life. When your mind is filled with thoughts of success, growth, and possibility, you begin to notice opportunities where others see obstacles. Conversely, if you dwell on fear, failure, or the achievements of others, your energy is drained and your path becomes clouded by doubt. It's important to understand that this focus is not about ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It's perfectly okay to feel fear, doubt, and uncertainty along the way. These feelings are natural and often signal that you are stretching beyond your comfort zone. They are not indicators that you should stop or give up. You don't have to be perfect to move forward. In fact, perfection is a mirage that keeps many trapped in inaction. Vulnerability is not a sign of weakness. It's a demonstration of courage. When you allow yourself to be open about your struggles and uncertainties, you empower yourself to learn, adapt, and grow. This honest self-awareness is essential because it prevents you from wasting energy on comparing yourself to others or trying to live up to impossible standards. Instead, it encourages you to focus on what you can control, your own thoughts, habits, and actions. The power of your focus is such that it molds your mindset and eventually your reality. If you keep your eyes on your personal growth, each day becomes an opportunity to improve, no matter how small the progress may seem. Even setbacks serve as lessons that refine your approach and deepen your resolve. When you concentrate on your goals and your own journey, you develop a momentum that propels you forward. This momentum is fueled not by external validation, but by your internal commitment and belief. By focusing inward, you create a mental environment that nurtures confidence and resilience. It becomes easier to silence the noise of criticism and comparison. You begin to trust your instincts and recognize that your path is unique. The success you achieve is a direct result of the attention and effort you invest in yourself. Your reality, shaped by this focused energy, transforms from a place of uncertainty and distraction into a space of purpose and achievement. Comparison distracts and diminishes the power you hold within yourself. When you constantly measure your progress against the achievements or possessions of others, You lose sight of what truly matters, your own unique journey and potential. It's easy to get caught up in the illusion that someone else's success somehow diminishes your chances, or that you must compete on their terms to be worthy. But this mindset only serves to scatter your focus and drain your energy. Every person walks a different path with different circumstances, talents, and timing. Comparing yourself to others is like trying to run a race while looking sideways. Your balance falters, your pace slows, and your destination becomes unclear. Instead of drawing motivation from their achievements, you may find yourself overwhelmed by feelings of inadequacy or envy, which erode your confidence and enthusiasm. This distraction shifts your attention from what you can control, your own efforts and growth, to what you cannot, the successes or failures of those around you. When you focus on others, you allow their journeys to dictate your emotions and decisions. This relinquishes your power and stalls your progress. It blinds you to the fact that your potential is not a limited resource shared among many. It is expansive and uniquely yours to develop. By constantly comparing, you rob yourself of the joy in your accomplishments and the lessons found in your setbacks. You become trapped in a cycle of chasing external validation rather than cultivating internal satisfaction. Diminishment comes not because you are less capable, but because comparison shifts your energy away from the meaningful work of building yourself up. It places your sense of worth on a fragile foundation, dependent on how you measure up to others rather than on your intrinsic value. The key to growth and success lies in turning your gaze inward, recognizing your progress, and celebrating your distinct strengths. When you stop comparing, you reclaim your focus and open the door to genuine self-improvement and fulfillment. Inner belief is the foundation of success because it acts as the unseen engine that drives every action you take. Without this deep conviction in your own abilities and worth, motivation falters and obstacles seem insurmountable. Belief in yourself fuels the persistence required to push through challenges, the courage to take risks, and the resilience to bounce back from failures. It is the quiet, powerful force that transforms dreams into reality. This inner belief is not born from arrogance or false hope. Rather, it grows from a clear understanding of your unique talents, values, and potential. When you trust in yourself, you begin to see setbacks not as permanent roadblocks, but as necessary stepping stones toward your goals. This mindset empowers you to learn from mistakes instead of being defeated by them. It encourages you to take initiative and act with confidence, knowing that even if the outcome isn't perfect, the experience itself will lead you closer to success. Moreover, inner belief protects you from the distracting doubts and negativity that can arise from external criticism or internal fears. It serves as a shield that keeps your focus steady amid the noise of comparison and skepticism. When your foundation is strong, you don't need constant validation from others to feel worthy or capable. Instead, you rely on your own judgment and determination to guide you forward. Building this belief requires consistent effort, feeding your mind with positive affirmations, surrounding yourself with supportive influences, and reflecting on your past achievements. Each small victory reinforces your confidence and strengthens your resolve. Over time, this cumulative trust in yourself becomes the bedrock on which all your ambitions stand. In essence, inner belief is the cornerstone that supports every success story. It is the invisible fuel that powers your journey, enabling you to rise above fear, overcome obstacles, and achieve what once seemed impossible. Without it, even the best plans and talents can falter. With it, you become unstoppable. Mastering your mind is the key to unlocking your true potential and steering your life in the direction you desire. Your mind is the command center of your thoughts, emotions, and actions, and when you learn to control it rather than letting it control you, you gain immense power over your destiny. Without this mastery, your thoughts can become chaotic, distracted by fears, doubts, and external influences, pulling you away from your goals and clouding your judgment. To master your mind means to cultivate awareness of your thinking patterns and to intentionally choose which thoughts to nurture and which to discard. It requires discipline to replace negative, self-limiting beliefs with positive, empowering ones. This process is not always easy, as the mind tends to cling to familiar habits, especially those born from fear or past failures. But through consistent practice, such as mindfulness, meditation, or focused reflection, you can train your mind to become your greatest ally instead of your worst enemy. When your mind is mastered, you are able to maintain focus in the face of distractions, resist impulses that lead you off course, and sustain motivation even when challenges arise. This mental control allows you to create a vision for your life and hold it clearly, regardless of temporary setbacks or external noise. It also means you can regulate your emotional responses, preventing frustration, anxiety, or self-doubt from overwhelming your progress. Mastery over your mind also involves developing clarity and purpose. When you understand your deepest desires and values, your thoughts align with your goals, creating a powerful momentum that propels you forward. Instead of being pulled in many directions by fleeting distractions or others' opinions, you remain grounded in your own truth. Ultimately, mastering your mind transforms you from a passive reactor to an active creator of your life. It empowers you to direct your energy toward meaningful action, build resilience, and unlock creative solutions. With a disciplined and focused mind, you become unstoppable in your pursuit of success and fulfillment. Self-awareness drives growth because it is the foundation upon which all meaningful progress is built. To grow, you must first understand who you truly are, your strengths, your weaknesses, your values, and your motivations. Without this honest self-reflection, efforts to improve become scattered and ineffective, like trying to navigate without a map. When you know yourself deeply, you can make informed choices that align with your true purpose and harness your natural talent. Self-awareness allows you to recognize the habits and thought patterns that hold you back. It reveals the fears, doubts, and limiting beliefs that quietly undermine your confidence and productivity. Once these obstacles come into the light of your consciousness, you gain the power to address them directly rather than being controlled by them unknowingly. This insight opens the door to change because growth begins with the willingness to face uncomfortable truths about yourself and commit to transformation. Moreover, self-awareness enhances your ability to learn from experiences. Instead of repeating mistakes or blaming external circumstances, you take responsibility for your actions and outcomes. This mindset encourages continuous improvement and resilience. You become proactive in seeking feedback and adjusting your course, turning setbacks into valuable lessons rather than reasons to quit. It also deepens your understanding of how you interact with others and the environment around you. By recognizing your emotional triggers and communication style, you can build stronger relationships and create supportive networks that fuel your progress. Growth is rarely a solitary journey. Being aware of your impact and connections enriches your path forward. In essence, self-awareness is the compass that guides your growth. It transforms vague desires for improvement into focused, purposeful action. With this clarity, you unlock your potential and pave the way for lasting success. Without it, progress remains elusive, and efforts may drift without meaning or direction. Embracing self-awareness is the first step toward becoming the person you are truly capable of being. Imitation limits innovation because when you focus too much on copying others, you confine yourself to the boundaries of what has already been done. While learning from successful examples can be helpful, relying solely on imitation stifles your creativity and prevents you from discovering your unique contributions. Innovation thrives in the space where original ideas are nurtured, where you trust your instincts to explore new possibilities, rather than simply following the footsteps of others. When you imitate, you may achieve short-term gains or temporary approval, but this path rarely leads to lasting fulfillment or breakthrough success. It keeps you dependent on external models and ideas instead of encouraging you to develop your own vision. Over time, imitation can dull your ability to think independently, making you vulnerable to stagnation and frustration. True innovation requires courage, the courage to take risks, make mistakes, and embrace uncertainty. It calls for a mindset that values experimentation and learning over perfection or conformity. When you break free from imitation, you open yourself up to original thinking and problem solving. You begin to see challenges as opportunities to invent rather than obstacles to overcome. Innovation also comes from deeply understanding your own experiences, values, and strengths, then applying them in ways that are authentic to you. This personal authenticity resonates more powerfully than borrowed ideas because it is infused with your passion and insight. When you trust yourself to create rather than imitate, you contribute something new and valuable to the world. In this way, imitation acts as a barrier to your full potential. To innovate is to grow, evolve, and lead in your own right. It is the path that transforms ordinary efforts into extraordinary achievements. By stepping beyond imitation, you reclaim your creative power and become a true pioneer of your own destiny. Consistent effort outperforms talent because talent alone, without dedication and hard work, is like a seed that never gets planted. Many people possess natural abilities, but those abilities mean little if they are not nurtured with persistence and discipline. It is the steady, committed effort over time that builds skills, deepens knowledge, and produces results. While talent can give someone a head start, it is consistent effort that determines how far they ultimately go. The truth is that talent often leads to complacency. When things come easily, it's tempting to coast on natural gifts and avoid the discomfort of pushing beyond limits. On the other hand, consistent effort builds habits that drive progress, regardless of how difficult the path becomes. It teaches patience, resilience, and adaptability, qualities that talent alone cannot guarantee. Many stories of great success share a common theme: people who kept showing up day after day, learning from failures, and making incremental improvements. This persistence turns small, repeated actions into powerful momentum. Over time, the compound effect of consistent effort surpasses bursts of talent without sustained work. Moreover, effort creates opportunities. When you commit to practice, growth, and improvement, you attract resources, mentors, and experiences that enhance your journey. Talent without effort is potential unrealized. Effort without talent is growth in progress. When combined, consistent effort and talent create unstoppable force. But effort on its own will always outperform untended talent. In essence, consistent effort is the engine that drives achievement. It transforms dreams into plans and plans into reality. Talent might open a door, but it is relentless effort that walks you through it and carries you to new heights. This truth empowers anyone willing to commit, reminding us that success is earned through perseverance, not given by nature. Ignoring external noise is essential to maintaining clarity and focus on your own path. The world around you is filled with countless voices, opinions, judgments, distractions that can pull you away from what truly matters. When you allow yourself to be swayed by every comment or comparison, you dilute your energy and lose sight of your goals. Learning to tune out this external noise is not about being indifferent or closed off. It's about protecting your mental space so you can think clearly and act decisively. External noise often comes wrapped in criticism, doubt, or unsolicited advice, which can easily breed confusion and insecurity. It's tempting to let these voices influence your decisions because they seem louder or more urgent than your own inner guidance. But when you give too much power to others' expectations or fears, you sacrifice your authenticity and slow your progress. The people who achieve greatness do so because they learn to filter out what doesn't serve their vision, staying true to their own values and priorities. Ignoring external noise also means resisting the pressure to conform or compete on someone else's terms. Instead of reacting to every distraction, you develop the discipline to focus on your personal growth and purpose. This allows you to conserve your energy for meaningful actions rather than wasting it on trying to please others or prove yourself. Furthermore, tuning out external noise creates space for your intuition and creativity to emerge. When your mind is free from constant chatter, you can listen to your deepest desires and insights. This clarity leads to better decisions and a stronger sense of direction. In essence, ignoring external noise is about reclaiming your power. It allows you to remain centered, confident, and focused, no matter how chaotic the world around you may be. By doing so, you create the conditions necessary for true progress and success. Setting clear personal goals is a powerful practice that gives your life direction and purpose. When you define what you truly want beyond what others expect or what seems popular, you create a roadmap that guides your decisions and fuels your motivation. Without clear goals, it's easy to drift aimlessly, wasting time and energy on distractions or efforts that don't align with your deeper aspirations. Personal goals are meaningful because they come from within. They reflect your values, passions, and vision for your future. This intrinsic connection makes them far more compelling than goals imposed by outside forces. When your goals resonate with who you are, you're more likely to commit fully, overcome obstacles, and persevere through setbacks. Clarity in goal setting means being specific about what you want to achieve, why it matters, and by when. Vague intentions like, I want to be successful, lack the power to inspire consistent action. But a clear goal, such as, I will develop a new skill within 6 months to advance my career, provides measurable milestones and a timeline that keeps you accountable. Setting personal goals also encourages you to break large ambitions into smaller, manageable steps. This process makes even the biggest dreams feel achievable, creating a sense of progress and momentum. Each small victory builds confidence and propels you forward. Moreover, clear goals help you filter choices and opportunities. When faced with decisions, you can evaluate whether an option aligns with your objectives, preventing you from being sidetracked by distractions or others' agendas. This focus conserves your energy and sharpens your efforts. Ultimately, setting clear personal goals transforms vague hopes into concrete plans. It turns your vision into reality by giving your actions intention and meaning. With clear goals, you are not just drifting through life, you are actively creating the future you desire. Being your own benchmark means measuring your progress and success by your own standards rather than by comparing yourself to others. When you rely on external comparisons, you risk losing sight of your unique journey and values. Each person's path is different, shaped by individual experiences, strengths, and challenges. By focusing on your own growth and setting your own standards, you cultivate a sense of personal fulfillment that is authentic and sustainable. When you make yourself the benchmark, you shift your energy from competition to self-improvement. You begin to recognize that the only person you need to be better than is who you were yesterday. This mindset encourages continuous learning and development as you seek to surpass your previous achievements rather than trying to outdo someone else. It fosters a healthy relationship with success, grounded in progress rather than perfection. Being your own benchmark also helps you maintain perspective during setbacks. Instead of feeling defeated by others' accomplishments, you view challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. You appreciate the incremental steps you take toward your goals and celebrate your milestones, no matter how small. This approach builds resilience and confidence, allowing you to stay motivated even when the path is difficult. Moreover, setting your own standards empowers you to define success in a way that aligns with your values and priorities. Success is not a one-size-fits-all concept. It's deeply personal. When you focus on your own benchmarks, you create goals that resonate with your true self, leading to greater satisfaction and meaning. In essence, being your own benchmark frees you from the traps of comparison and external validation. It invites you to embrace your unique potential and measure your worth by your own growth and achievements. This self-reference standard is the foundation of lasting confidence, progress, and fulfillment. Remember, the most important journey you will ever take is the one within yourself. By focusing on your own growth, trusting your unique path, and measuring success by your own standards, you unlock a power that no external force can diminish. Let go of distractions, comparisons, and doubts that pull you away from your purpose. Instead, commit to nurturing your mind, believing in your potential, and moving forward with consistent effort. When you focus on yourself, not others, you become the architect of your destiny, creating a life defined not by imitation, but by your own original, unstoppable spirit. Your future is waiting. Claim it with unwavering focus and courage.